to Finding Calm in the Chaos. I am Denise Sith, and this is my podcast. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of Finding Calm in the Chaos. Oh my gosh, my friends. I have had a busy weekend. That's all I got to say, man. It has been crazy. Case you didn't know. Got baptized on Sunday. Me and Pete got baptized. It was awesome. It was one of the most, I don't know, it's kind of all of a blur, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't remember my first baptism because I was younger, but I don't remember this one kind of either outside of pictures. And I'm not going to go into a long talk about it. My friend Christy wound up coming up here from Tennessee. I had people just gifts and cards and special thanks to Brenda and Christy and Pam and Cheryl and Leslie and Tammy. They all supported me real strong through this, my sisters, and I appreciate that. But it was a great day. Afterwards, we went and had breakfast, and not everybody could join us because obviously some people are from out of state. But from the people that did come, I know Pam couldn't make it to breakfast, but she did come to the baptism itself and the service. And then Christy and Tammy came to breakfast with us, and Christy was staying with us, so she was coming whether she liked it or not, to be honest with you. But that's kind of what went on last weekend. I got my hair done, and for those who I haven't really posted any pictures. I did post a picture of my stories with Jenny, my hair professional, because we never take a picture together. I'm like, you know what? I probably should have a picture. Just saying. So she took a picture with me. I was like, thank you. She's like my colorist hair rock star. She's a rock star. So I went darker. For those of you who didn't see any of the little glimpses that I was teasing, I went darker. I feel fall is coming. And in all honesty, like I was stating, I think I talked about it last week. I don't know. So if not, I'm going to talk about it this week and it'll be like new. But yeah, I feel like right now darker looks better on my face. Now I didn't go like L'Oreal blue black. You know what I'm saying? I did like a color that matches what I don't, because apparently I get highlights and sometimes I get lowlights. And I think I know what those are now. But I think lowlights obviously are the darker colors. So she brought through all lowlights and toned everything else after to kind of blend it all in. And I think it looks great. It's kind of like Coca-Cola meets, I don't know. It's like my natural color that's underneath it. Well, my current natural color. I don't know. It keeps changing. Is that like, I think it's like a 50 something thing. I don't know. I used to be strawberry blonde, like mousy, dark blonde. Not anymore. So now it's like a Coca-Cola. There you go. With like streaks of white through them. Lovely. So yeah, so that's what we're going with. I like it. I think it's toned down my skin. I don't feel so ruddy anymore. So, and speaking of ruddy, I'm not really that ruddy anymore, which I'm kind of excited about. So that's, so there's a new plan. Plan number 6,988A. I don't know. So I'm switching up how I eat again because I don't like how I'm feeling at all. And I got some medical stuff going on right now. Nothing major. Like I don't have cancer. It's all like wonky autoimmune stuff. Okay, guys. But I don't like the way I feel. And so I'm kind of like super fatigued, but still need to get stuff done. So I'm either like all in or I'm nodding off, which is just, I'm not used to that. Because usually I'm just up all day fueled by caffeine and chaos. But that's not happening. And I also think that I'm just spending a little more care in just making sure I'm taking care of me. Over the weekend, Pete was a tool. That's all I got to say. Sorry, Christy. He was a tool. And we had a conversation when on the way back from the airport when we dropped her off. I'm like, yeah, we need to talk, bruh. He was a tool that everyone's like, Denise, all kids are tools. He was an asshole. Don't call your kid an asshole, then he shouldn't act like an asshole. He was a tool. And I'm not having it. And I wasn't going to let it ruin my weekend, like my baptismal weekend. So he just was not himself. And so I told him on Monday on the way back from dropping her off, I'm like, yeah, that's going to stop. And this is what you did. This is the impression that you gave somebody. And are you that person? No. Okay. Well, that's all they saw. They just saw you as an asshole. Just saying. Who disrespects his parents and other people and who has horrible hygiene. And I'm just saying, like, I understand. Christy has to remember. Christy, if you're listening, don't take this personally. 10-year-olds don't brush their teeth or wash their fucking hands, period. And if yours does, people out there amongst the podcasting world, kudos to you, my friends. But I have to like bargain and bicker with this kid, which is why we're doing etiquette. It's crazy. But at one point, I think it was made worse this weekend because Christy is a mom of 2. Of course, they're grown. She's grandma now. But I think she went into mom mode a little. So she kind of reiterated everything I did. And when I dropped it so that he wouldn't be a tool and an asshole, she kept at it. And I think it lit the fire for him being an asshole. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to be like, telling people what they can and cannot say in my house. I know she wasn't like bossing him around at all, which is why I was just like, whatever. I kind of wanted him to see in a way that this is like what all moms say, but it 100%, it fueled him to be a bigger jerk all weekend. So, there's that. Next time you come, Christy, don't say anything. Let me just work on it. Hopefully the next time she's here, he's washing his damn hands. But no, he will, but he just does water. Or I, tell him to wash his hands and then he doesn't come back for 20 minutes and I have no more soap. Shit like that. Shit like that. So we're working on it. Again, like today, every week we have Manners Monday. This week, we're working on opening and holding doors for others. If you're first, hold the damn door open. Don't slam it in their face. I know some people don't like that nowadays, but I'm not some people. So if you don't like it, just walk through, shut the hell up, and tell my kid thank you. There's that. I'm just saying. I saw somebody once. It wasn't recent. It was like during COVID, which explains it all. And somebody held the door open for somebody, and the person was like, I don't need you to hold the door open for me. I need you to just walk through so I can walk. And I'm like, just shut up. Just shut up. Like, how unhappy and sad are you inside? Somebody held the door open for you. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm so done with people. I'll be honest with you. I got baptized, people, but I still got the fire and it's fueled by the Holy Spirit now. So I'm just saying it's a little extra. Gosh, everyone's going to be like sending me emails now. Denise, the Holy Spirit does not like you to swear. Send. Received. He's fucking used to it with me. Okay, I'll stop or I'm going to get a bunch of nasty emails. So that's went on this weekend. So we have an understanding now. We're doing a new thing. And then, I have the talk and then we get home and I'm like, okay, world history, James, king of 2 countries. Let's talk about Puritans, Anglicans, and Catholics. Just saying. So that's kind of where that's at. So it's a baby steps with him, but I have changed everything. I've kind of reduced as much as I can. I don't want to take a ton of supplements anymore. Right now, I feel my body needs to like actually eat them. I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of people sometimes get carried away. And for me, my magic number is 6. If it's more than 6 pills a day, I'm questioning my direction. And I only take 2 of my liver pills. I take one blue methylene, one oil of so my oregano oil with black seed. So I think I'm down to like 1, 2, 3, 4. I got rid of the multi because I opted for the shake instead. And everyone's always like, "Oh, you need a multivitamin. Shut up. Sit down. Shoosh." We are watching. If you know, you know. Gen X all just knows what movie I just said right now. But I'm doing Kajava. Again, I really like their shakes because they're vegan based or they're vegetable based. Or they don't have dairy. I shouldn't say that. I don't know that they're vegan, but they're non-dairy. And I like oat. Oat is not a problem for me. My body loves the oats. So, and I get everything in it. Everything. If you want to like reduce the amount of supplementations, I highly recommend you switch to Kachava. I may or may not have a code. Ask me. I don't know. Just saying. For like a discount. I have no idea. I'm not an influencer. I don't represent Kachava. I don't get paid by Kachava. It would be the same. I give you a code that you would get and you can give to a friend and get whatever amount off it is. I don't even know that they have one. I'm sure they do. Everybody else does. So, but they just came out with strawberry, and I always do chocolate because it's easiest to mix with stuff. Sometimes I like chocolate banana. Sometimes I like chocolate with my peanut butter powder. Sometimes I like chocolate and my like sour cherries. So I like to mix it up. A chocolate's just way more versatile for me. They have a coconut acai. That's good as well, but you can't really just mix anything in it. Usually I'll just put my soursop in that one. They have a matcha. Not a fan. I like matcha tea. I don't like the matcha shake. But, if you do like matcha latte stuff and you want to do that, there you go. There's an option. They have vanilla. They do have a chai. That is also good. But yeah, so I'm just doing the chocolate, and then they have a new flavor that just came out, strawberry. I ordered it for my next subscription month, but I haven't had it yet. But apparently it's like made with freeze dried strawberries. So it's super strawberry. And I'm like, Some people were asking on the Kachava site if it tasted like Nestle Quick, strawberry Nestle Quick. And I'm like, yeah, probably not, morons. Like, wait, isn't it crazy how people are like, I want to eat healthy and I would love that strawberry shake if it tastes like Nestle Quick. Nestle Quick is shit, people, and it has like red dye and all that stuff in it. Why do you want a shake that's supposed to make you feel better taste like something that makes you feel like shit? I'll never understand this concept. So moving along, because I can harp on that all day. What else did I do? So I switched to Thistle. Back to Thistle. The boys are going to continue doing the meal plans. I just decreased it to 2, and then I'll cook for them. You heard me. So I'm going to go plant-based with minimal animal protein, meaning I'll probably, right now I'm planning on snacking the animal protein. Does that make sense? Like, so I'm probably going to do my carnivore snacks. And if Mr. Smith, oh my fucking God, I just said that. I am so sorry, God. But apparently I don't know my husband's name. Mr. Sith will have to excuse me because I just ordered carnivore snacks on a subscription. They're pricey, but they're so good. And in all honesty, I thought, could I make them? We talked about it. Mr. and and I talked about it. And in all honesty, I would need just a brisket, a slicer, and a decent dehydrator. Like, I can't do this. Like, my Ninja Deluxe Foodie dehydrates, but like, I can't make a bag with that. I need like a dehydrator. So that's like $300, and then a good slicer, $300. So we're talking like $600. So I just ordered it. The carnivore snacks. If you guys have not had those, the brisket and the ribeye are the ones I've tasted. I just got a pork one, but the ribeye, the brisket is, I just can't. But that would allow me to have like a quick animal craving. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like, right now I'm not craving it at all. At all. This morning I had a kachava shake, and then for lunch I had barramundi fish with Israeli couscous, lemon, a lot of lemon, and carrots. Boom. Peter loved it. He loves fish with skin on it, like a filleted, but with the skin left on it, because obviously you cook the skin side down first, if that's what you like. And it crisps up really well if you know how to make it. And he's like, this is so good. I'm like, I know, right? And then Buster wouldn't eat the carrots unless we dipped them in something. Like, what a jerk. My dog is like, only wants certain stuff. Apparently eats popcorn. I don't know. He never ate so much in his whole life while Christy was here. I'm just saying. I was like, wow, he got spoiled. I was like, well, whatever. Christy's here. I'll give you these. But he had, he doesn't eat his bougie treats, but apparently he likes donuts. I'm just saying. I'm like, I don't want these. I got free donuts, like mini donuts at the farmer's market, the ones that are rolled in like cinnamon sugar. But I don't eat those, and I would normally not have that at my house. I took her to our little local bakery, Blessed Little Kitchen. We love her, and we love the owner, Mary. And she has made a ton of different kind of rolls, but she makes a dynamite cinnamon roll. So they're huge. They're huge. You buy them in the container, like the little box, the pop top box, the clamshell. And so I bought one of those, and then her peanut butter chocolate was out. So I got her, it's like a big cinnamon roll, but it's chocolate and peanut butter, like stop. And then I bought, she had made a new one, Biscoff, a Biscoff roll. Now, if you don't know what Biscoff cookies are, what's wrong with you? But number two, they're super good. You should try them. It's my Christmas luxury, Biscoff cookies. And it was delicious. And I cut them in quarters, and I had one of each, and then I have not touched them since. I sent her home with some, and we kept Peter's favorite, the cinnamon. He loves the cinnamon rolls. So it was like a little quarter of that. I'm like, that's enough. And Buster's been eating the donuts. So there's that. It's like his new treat, a donut, a farmer's market donut. So sad. But I just want to eat better because I feel better then. And I've been dropping weight slow. It's slow. The good part is I'm not gaining anything back. And I think Italy was a huge catapult for me. I did get a little more swollen than I anticipated while I was there. But I think all the clean food and the walking and the tons of water really helped flush me. And I want to keep that going. Eating well, eating less, proper portions. We don't have, and even here, people are, I do proper portion. No, we don't. We live in America. It's horrible. When we took everybody out to breakfast, I ordered the Garden Benedict. Okay. So it was on 2 potato pancakes that were like 6 inches wide. So 6-inch potato pancakes. And they were topped with like roasted red peppers and avocados, sauteed spinach, fabulous. Okay. I didn't know that it came with like, like house potatoes. You know how they do like that potato side instead of hash browns? I'm like, why the hell would I need a whole half plate of potatoes when I have potato pancakes? And I already know I'm only eating one of those potato pancakes because I don't need the other one. It's literally a 2 to 3 portion meal. My friend Tammy did the same thing. She cut hers in half. It's just too much. Too much. And when you have, for me, when you have all that food in front of you, but you've been someplace where you see how you're supposed to eat, you realize how distorted it is. So I already knew I wasn't eating my potatoes, those side potatoes. So I knew that I only had half of a plate of food, but that half of a plate was too much food. So if I split the 2 servings they gave me of the garden potato, like Benedict, okay, because they had eggs on it too, like, like a Benedict, like an eggs Benedict, but with potato pancakes and veggies instead of the bread. And I'm like, no. So I knew I wasn't going to eat one whole one either. So I only ate 1. And I'm like, why? Why do we serve stuff like that? It's just not necessary at all. So just saying. So I've been doing the thistle, the shakes. My supplements pretty much have remained the same because, like I said, they're not like in excess. I'm not doing any dairy right now, except probably super small. I'm trying to think, did I have any dairy even today? No, I may have had a pat of butter in the fish. I don't remember. I think I just used oil when we cooked the barramundi for lunch, but yeah, so I'm not doing that. And when I heat up my thistles, I'm not even using any kind of fat or oil. I'm just putting it in the pan to heat it through. And that's it. And I already feel good. I'm doing my vibrational plate every night. Christy got me a tuner. Is it a tuner? It's not a toner. It's a tuner. Toners for your head. And for ink cartridges. But she got me a tuner, and I was doing a YouTube video, and then I fell asleep during it, which is bonus. So I'll have to finish it today. But I'm like, wow, it does so much. And basically it's, where you tap it with the mallet and it's like ding, and it vibrates. And then you put up the little point part of it on whatever part of your body to help neutralize, and bring back to normal the regular vibration in your body. I'm off all the time. So it may sound wonky, but it really does help, like vibrational plates and all that. It's fantastical. So that's what's been going on. I'm trying to think anything else. So changing the way I eat. I love thistle. If you don't do veggies, like they do have options where you can add meat to it. I opted to not do that right now because I'll just do the carnivore snacks. If I have a taste for something, I'll grab one of those. But no, not interested. And I'm not a big snacker outside of nuts. I'm just drinking water, lemon water, and tea. If I drink coffee, I'm only doing espresso. Yeah, and oat milk. That's the only milk I'm having right now is oat milk. So no dairy. No dairy whatsoever. No cheese. So yeah, I'm not doing any cheese with thistle either. So there you go. That's where I'm at. I'll let you know. I'm going in the right direction. So yeah, I just want to feel better. I'm so tired of so tired of being tired. I just feel like there's so much that is my body can do. And with all the reading and the new research and the new stuff with lupus, the protocols and all of that, I feel like it's just a way more positive message. It's not so doomsy, like it's done. Because I've had people don't realize, I've had a lot of stuff removed from me. They're like, why are you on a vibrational plate every day? What do you need a tuner for? Well, because I've had massive abdominal surgery, so half of my lymph system has been removed. And so my body has had to try to work it around this big void. And that's why my lower and upper extremities are so sore. Like I just realized, in the event that you didn't know, my arms are weird because they're in good shape, but I still have the bat wings. And I'm finding out that my bat wings are like lymphatic fluid that's not draining. So I'm all in because this is good. I can still do like my little arm exercises. Nothing's happening. Well, that's because it's fluid, Denise. It's fluid. Does that mean that your bad arms are fluid? No. No, it could just be flab. But I don't understand how I have so much flab in that area, but not anywhere else. Like I'm super solid and it's just all retention and I can't stand it anymore. So that's what I'm doing. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. What else is going on? That's pretty much it. So I've got a ton of stuff that I stepped up with. Oh gosh, I gotta tell you guys, I gotta tell you this. And then we'll talk about day 3 at Rome. Can I just say, I just volunteered to do a bunch of stuff for rugby. Number one, I love that coach. She's awesome. And we're very similar. But they're really between a rock and a hard place. It's pretty sad. So I'm like, oh, poop. Like, yeah, y'all need some help. So I'm going to help and step up and whatever. And I'm hoping that too also keeps me active and out and about and all the above. So, all right. So we'll talk about Rome. We're going to take a little break and for a little announcement. And if you need to go potty or refresh your beverage, bring me with you so that you can listen to the cute announcement. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Hi everyone, Peter here. I have something to share with you that's very important to me. Scouting America, formerly known as Boy Scouts of America. Right now, we are beginning our annual fundraising with popcorn sales. You guys know I wrote a book called Popcorn World, and it's one of my favorite snacks. Scouting America uses popcorn sales as a primary fundraising way to support troop activities and provide financial assistance to families. Our popcorn is sold at various price points and flavors, with a significant portion of the proceeds directly benefiting the local troop and the larger council. These funds help recover costs like camping gear, activities, leadership training, and registration fees, making scouting more accessible to families. Don't eat popcorn? No problem. There's an option to purchase popcorn and donate to one of our service members in one of the branches of our military. Last year, I was able to get top seller status in my troop, and this year, my goal is even higher. If you can help support me and my scouting troop, you can order online at http://bit.ly/SITHPOP, Sith-Pop, all capital letters on the Sith-Pop. My mom will put the link in the podcast description box. Get yourself a yummy treat or send one to a service member. And thank you for your support.
Hello. I'm back. We're back. How cute is that? Oh, you guys. I'll have a link at the bottom of the podcast from now on while the popcorn sales are going on for Scouting America, so you can help little Webelos Peter out. He's really like on a mission this year, so I appreciate that. And so I'm trying to support him any way I can. So there's that. All right. Now we're going to talk about Rome. Okay, so we're on day 3 in Rome. So this was the day that I bought tickets ahead of time for the Colosseum. It's just easier to do that. We couldn't get tickets last time we were there in 23. We couldn't get tickets to the Colosseum because they were sold out. And then there was some stuff and people were talking about how you couldn't get them and the mafia. And I'm like, that's way too much information. I'll just get them next time. I was like, no worries. So we actually were very familiar with the Colosseum neighborhood because we stayed there last time. We were right across the street in an amazing penthouse apartment. I would have stayed there again, but it had already been rented. So loved it. We know the neighborhood. We know the busy part of it. We know the more local part of it, and we like it. So we did that. So we only got tickets to go to the 20-minute viewing at the Coliseum floor. I don't know what it's called, but it's a 20-minute viewing Coliseum floor. You walk in, there's an area that's like the main level. You can look up, you can look down, you can look around, you can sit. It doesn't matter, okay? But I don't feel like you need 20, unless you're a huge Coliseum like fanatic and you need to see all the things up close and you want to pay extra money, you do you, boo. But it wasn't, to me, it's not necessary to pay more than like the $18 that we did to see what we needed to see for the 20 minutes and get the pictures that we needed. You walk in through, you see where they came in, you can look down. Like I said, you can look down, you can look up, you can see everything, right? So I didn't feel like it was much of a deal to walk in. And there weren't a lot of people at the time we went. We went around 10 and it was not bad at all. Now, with that ticket, that's only $18 for the 20-minute viewing on the main floor, you have a whole 24 hours to go to the Roman Forum, which is like right across the way. Now, that's what we wanted. We basically wanted the ticket to the Roman Forum. Now, it also includes the super sites, and I talked quickly about those on one of the podcasts. It might have been the last one. But the super sites are special sites within the Roman Forum that have been excavated or are currently being excavated or being redone. And it gives you a chance to kind of look at everything. The cool thing about the Colosseum itself is just trying to imagine, well, number one, that it's still standing is just unbelievable. But the amount of history that it covers, good and bad, okay? And the fact that they used to, okay, so everybody just assumes that the main arena floor, they kept everybody downstairs. We went to it was gladiator training. It's held by the Roman Historical Society. So these guys are doing things on their own time, teaching Roman history. And one of the things that we learned is that you'll always see that like gladiators fought, and it was like all this glory and, it wasn't at all. Okay. They were in horrible conditions. Most of them were forced to do it or kind of given no alternative. But a lot of people did want to do it. That percentage, I don't know how big it is. There were women gladiators. Okay, they did confirm that. And the whole reason is if you survived gladiatorship, essentially, you were granted a Roman name and Roman citizenship, which was a big deal during that time. So that was the main goal. Now, he said gladiators didn't fight animals, but there were, and I forget the name, there were specific people that fought the animals, but they weren't the gladiators per se. Did it never happen? Could some gladiators have fought animals? I'm sure. But when you hear, he said, gladiators fighting animals, that's just a story. They're combining two different kind of activities, matches that happened within the Colosseum itself. And the part that blows my mind is that they used to flood out the bottom of the arena and have battleship wars, like floating ships. That's insane. I mean, think about it. It's insane when you see the size of everything. But we technically just wanted to go to the Roman Forum to check out all of that. So that was cool. But it was nice to be on the inside of the Colosseum, because we saw the beautifulness of it on the outside last time, because we saw it from our balcony every time we went. So we went in the morning, did our 20 minutes there. It was hot that day. Guys, I'm not going to lie. It was rough. Okay. It was rough. But if you look at like how they built stuff back there, just like I have, my friend Michelle is always like, I don't want to see like old buildings. But when you look at the architecture behind it, it's quite beautiful how their bricks are thinner than ours in America. Okay. How were they positioning them based on structure? what kind of weight they needed to hold. Were they holding a dome, an arch? It's just fascinating to me because, like, in all honesty, we can't even keep a sidewalk or a street in good shape in America for more than 2 years. It's tore up. And here we're walking on ancient Roman streets and they're in literally better condition. So we took a little break after and we went somewhere that we normally don't go. And that is a more a touristy kind of restaurant, but it has great reviews. Now, I highly recommend this place. So it's called Ristorante Pizza Forum. Get it? Forum. So, I mean, you can't like get it. You can't forget it. That much is true. Okay. So it has these beautiful blue tiles. And so now you think when you go early, you think it's literally just the outdoor seating and like this little front of house. But if you ask to use the restroom and you ask where that is, right? You literally will see that this place is huge in the back. It's absolutely huge. And it's kind of crazy that it's so big. But they have to seat a lot of people. They have adorable little cups. If you order the espresso, you'll get like this beautiful, like blue and white mug with a saucer and like a little hat with like a nipple in the middle to pull it off. Sorry. I just had to say nipple. But so this is the first time that we ate, quote unquote, an American breakfast the entire time we were in Italy. So we're going home in 2 days, right? So we're like, we got nothing to lose. So I wound up, it came with bread and butter and some sort of like fat back bacon that was super salty because it was obviously cured by salt, and eggs with like tomatoes and a little salad. In American standards, it's not a big deal. People would be like, it's whatever. But it was so exciting to have something close to home, that close to going home. But man, it was filling. It was filling. And TMI, we all had the poops. But that said, and that's why you just have espresso and a sweet in the morning. Boom. Peter bought us breakfast. I was just like, you are too cute. He's like, he told the waiter, he goes, vorrei un, oh, God, now I forgot what it was. Banco. How horrible it is. I forgot how to say bill. Anyway, he asked for the bill in Italian, but vorrei means I would like the bill. Per favore, please. And so the guy came and he handed him the thing and he said, the bill for you that you asked for, young sir. And he goes, Mom, can I have my green light card? I want to pick it up. And he did. He bought us all breakfast. The guy was like, okay, that's too cute. Like, stop. But yeah, it was really cool. It had a lemon tree. So the back of this restaurant has a lemon tree in the middle of it. It's adorable. And apparently this huge teddy bear in the corner because it's kind of eclectic. I'm not going to lie. So it's really bright yellows and blues and like that whole like lemons but yet they had like religious, like Virgin Mary with Jesus on the wall. It was just super cool. I liked it. So I highly recommend it. But yeah, so it's literally right outside the Coliseum. If you are walking in and out of the main viewing area, it's right down the block. And there are actually some ruins right across from it. They're everywhere, but the ruins that are right across from it, the restaurant by the street the restaurant's on and across from the Coliseum is the place that the super gladiators, like the best of the best, where they were housed and they had special access to the Coliseum. So there's that. What else did we do? So then we did our lunch. We walked around a little. I believe we also, I don't know if we had the gelato yet. There's a place here called Matthias's Gelateria, and we loved his gelato. It's made per day, I guess per the night before, and when it's out, it's out. So we went to the Forum site. So this is the original Roman city. Okay. So you're looking at Jerusalem trees that are older than, it's unbelievable, the architecture. And it was super hot, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of the hottest days. I was swollen, but everybody was really awesome. I didn't lose it once. And you just walked around and took your time, hydrated when you got to the Nasones, filled up all your water. We were using our like little disposable like pill rags that turned in, you got them wet. They opened up into like huge rags, and towelettes, I guess I should say, not a rag, a towelette. They were rags when we were done with them. I give you that. But we were just all had one and just like kept it on our neck. And every time we got to the next one, we'd refill our water and then basically just get the towelette wet and put it on our head or on our neck. And it really helped get it through. And I stopped anytime that I saw a bench. I was like, yep, there's a bench. I'm stopping. I know we just might have just stopped, but I'm going to stop again. And nobody complained. Everybody was good to go. So it all worked out. It's quite amazing to walk through. And I mean, you're either into this stuff or you're not, but in all honesty, to literally walk through the Forum and know that like there were gladiators and Roman officials and Caesar that were walking these very sidewalks, touching and in these buildings that you're standing in front of or on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a FedEx delivery buster. He's like, oh, I don't like this person. It's quite overwhelming. It's just unbelievable. It's really like crazy. So they did have so there was a pine and it was dated back to time of planting. Probably they said around the beginning of the 1900s. The bark was gorgeous. It looked like camouflage, like big pieces of camouflage. And, you know, if a tree is downed in any way, shape, or form, they leave it there. And it's just, you see these huge trees and structures. It's unbelievable. And the Jerusalem pines, like I said, it's like a big, tall scalp. And then it just, scalp, I don't even know what I'm talking about, is a big, long, like skinny trunk. And then all of a sudden, it's like, it's almost like if you had an umbrella and you flipped it inside out. That's what the top of it looks like, but with leaves. Just saying. But super pretty. They had like wildflowers, the bougainvillea everywhere. Just being able to see the house of Remus and the house of Livia, Octavius's wife, two of my favorite people in Roman history. So her house was open, and so I was able to see that. The different structures, how they met, their meeting places, their marketplaces. You know, it's not for everybody, but to at least kind of give it a one through, or if you don't like it, to just at least go maybe see some art somewhere instead. It is quite overwhelming. So we spent about 3 hours at the Forum. It was a lot. If you are not familiar with just Roman history, I really don't recommend doing it all in one day. We walked through a lot of it because we knew a lot about the history, but yeah, it's crazy. But there is a part of the Forum where you look, you can see this kind of break in whatever building was there prior, and you can walk right up. And again, it is a beautiful solitary framing of St. Peter's Basilica. Super cool stuff like that. Like that, you know, you just got to look around. You just got to look around. So House of Livia, all of that. We had a great time. After that, we were like, you know what we need to do? We need to go home. We need to take a break. But before we do that, we're going to stop at the Pantheon. I kid you not. Like, I'm like, you know what? Because we have nothing else to do. Let's go to the Pantheon too. Now, you have to, right now you need tickets to see the Pantheon just so they can control what's going in and out. I will tell you right now, just get them while you're in line. That's what we did. It was not hard to get them. They were super cheap. I don't even remember what it was, but I don't think they were more than $7 a piece, like US dollar. So I don't know. If they are, they are. But I mean, it's totally worth it to see the Pantheon. So that's like got its own square. And so one of the places that I wanted to go was to a place that does, it's Cafe di Oro, and they do this granita. Okay. So obviously a granita is like an ice, right? So picture an espresso, slightly sweetened ice. You get a cup, they fill it with panna. Then they put in this granita, the espresso granita, lightly sweetened, and then you get more panna on top. It is hotter than hell outside. So this stuff is melting really quick. So you immediately start getting, if you're spinning, right? If you're mixing, you're getting Frappuccino vibes. Okay. But like nice. I don't like Frappuccinos because they taste like the Frappuccino powder. They have like an aftertaste. So this was delicious and my niece loved it. And the guys that worked behind the counter there were outstanding. Shout out to Christian and Matea because they were the two that were serving us at the end of the bar. And what happened is we placed our orders for some pastries and the granitas, but and Peter's peach juice. But unfortunately, in the bustle and everything, they missed Peter's chocolate croissant. So we told one of the guys, I said, it's not on the receipt. Now that I'm looking, do I have to wait in line again and come around? Or can I pay you and you get it? And he was like, is this just for the bambino? And I was like, yes, it's just for him. And he goes, oh, hold on. And he came back with a plate with his chocolate cornetto on it. And he put it in front of him and he just made the shush sign and said, for bambino. Yeah, we don't know nothing. I was like, okay, that's awesome. But they were wonderful. And they were taking pictures with us and making peace signs. And they were fabulous. We absolutely enjoyed being there. Then we went out to the Pantheon Square. We looked at some more of the obelisks. It is a beautiful building. If you've never really looked at the Pantheon, so it's kind of cool to kind of see it from behind too. Because it's like right there and there's like a restaurant. And you're like, it's just so strange that you have like these modern day businesses mixed in with these ancient, like just fantabulous structures. Now, the dome is what the big deal is about the Pantheon. So inside, now obviously it looks a lot like the Parthenon in Greece. And it is similar structure. Go ahead and do your math. Right? Go ahead and figure it out. The Greeks were first. The Romans copied it but what they did is they created a dome inside made of concrete. It is completely unsupported. There's no rebar. That did not exist then. Okay. It is a standalone concrete dome with a hole in the middle of it. And when it rains, rain does come in, but it doesn't flood. Stop it right now. Like just the engineering marvels. And they do have, to me, some of the most amazing Corinthian columns that you will see in Rome. You have to look at the sheer massiveness of them. Now, they used to let you be able to touch them. This year, they had them roped off. Probably because people are stupid. Not probably, because people are stupid. So, we could not like touch them, but you could touch stuff inside. See, I'm obsessed. I don't feel like you should be like ruining art that they tell you not to touch. But if it's not roped off and it's sitting there, I'm okay with like laying a hand on it and like just closing my eyes and feeling the vibe because it's just historic. Some of these greatest builders, engineers, artists, of painters of all time. Don't touch paintings. I meant just in general. Don't touch paintings. Have please don't touch paintings. We're like walking these streets and here and building the stuff, and that's the part that's just like mind blowing to me. But the dome within is just breathtaking. And there's obviously tons of other stuff in it too, beautiful stuff. And then we wound up going to Pizzeria Romana and the Pantheon. So essentially, I believe it was like the Salumeria that we went to. That is also in the spirit. It's the oldest. We weren't allowed to take any pictures. We also went to the duck store. They are obsessed with these ducks here. I don't know why, but they are. We went back to the apartment, chilled, kind of refreshed, and just kind of waited. It was really quiet. And then we wound up walking over after dinner to meet my friends, Tiziana. No, did we do that day? No, we didn't. I don't think we did. I think that runs in. I don't even know what day it is. I'm like, wait, what day is it? Yeah, no, I think that's all on the 18th. I'm looking at the like the dates here. I'm like, what are the dates? What are the dates? What are the dates? Yeah, no, that's the following day. But yeah, so we had a great time. It was absolutely a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. It was a ton of fun. And, all great things must come to an end. We'll talk more next week about me seeing my friends again. I really enjoy them wholeheartedly. They are wonderful hosts. I'll tell you, like, Italian people are just very hospitable. If you hear otherwise, they were probably assholes to them. I feel like if you have anybody who's like, I went to Italy and people were just atrocious, it was most likely because they were atrocious, not the Italians. Because I don't think they take shit either. They're not that kind. I will tell you, so we were watching the cooking channel when we were there. It's not, I don't know if it's Food Network. I think it's just called like the Cooking Network. And they have like a bunch of different Food Network stars. They're like their own Food Network stars. Awesome. Was watching this one woman who had amazing, she was spunky too. She wore like bright colors, gold, lots of animal prints. I believe she was Sicilian, but I don't know this for a fact. But she had this outrageous, curly, tight Italian red hair, which is why I believe she was Sicilian to me. I don't know. If you know, you know. And I can't remember her name to save my life. I should have wrote it down or taken a picture of her because I'm trying to Google who is the chef or celebrity on the cooking channel in Italy, not America, because all I keep getting is Giada De Laurentiis and it's really making me mad. I'm like, doesn't even have curly red hair. Stop it, Google. Stop it. So my poor friend, Tiziana, is now trying to figure out who this woman is. Because she's a little busy to be watching the Food Network. You know what I'm saying? So she's not like a big star, but enough that I need her book. I'm like, I need her book. So I got to figure out who she is. It's driving me nuts. So I've been doing that. And like, honestly, I'm mad at Google. Like I have to do like an incognito search at this point. Because if they bring up Giada De Laurentiis one more time, I'm going to lose my shit. Google nonsense. Like she might be Italian. She might have a house in Italian. She's not on the Italian Cooking Network. And she doesn't have curly red hair. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Google. Anyway. That's all I got for today, folks. I hope you guys have a glorious weekend and rest of this week. And I'll talk to you next Wednesday. Bye.